Hey, you guys, welcome back to this weekly New Orleans Voodoo Tarot reading where we will forecast the energies for this week, you guys. Hey, happy new week. We are like still relaxing from that full moon that occurred on August the 3rd. But before we get into that, let me just tell you guys that the sun is still in Leo. And the moon currently, right now, is in its waning gibbous phase in the astrological sign of Taurus. And then it is going to go into the last quarter, entering into Gemini, Cancer, and getting ready for this new moon coming up here in August 18th and 19th in Leo, guys. So be prepared. We'll talk a little bit about that in our next week reading. Currently, we still have our retrogrades in Chiron, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. And coming up on September the 9th, guys, Mars is going to be going into retro. So that gives us our little outline of the forecast before we get into our 3-card reading with this New Orleans Voodoo Tarot reading. I hope you guys are doing well. Please take time to like, subscribe to my channel. Check me out on Instagram. I tend to do a lot of 1-card readings on there as well. You can check out all that information in the description below. And the full description of this reading will also be in the description box below as well. So be sure to check me out, you guys. So let's go ahead and shuffle up these cards and let's get into it. Why don't we? Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and draw one card to forecast the past current energy, the current energy, and our future current energy. And at the end of all what's said and done, we're going to choose the cards from our one card from the Soul's Journey deck to give us our guidance from our spiritual guides. All right, so let's go ahead and see what is the energy for the past, current, general collective reading. Okay, so we have moving gifts, abundance. So here it's Masa and Radha, number 9 vessel. Like I said before, when we deal with number 9, it deals with that transportation and mirror. Okay, so in the Masa deals with that transportation of, that's a whole other story. So right now, because they deal with the transportation of like spirit changing, so when spirit changes in their different elemental forces, it is Massa that feeds that energy. So right now it's telling us that we have moving, all right, we have gifts coming, okay, we have the transportation in the form of gifts and moving. Either this came up before, either the general collective is on the same train of this transportation and is receiving gifts, okay, in the current past energy, okay, receiving gifts by making moves and getting into their transformational stage, okay. So after the transformation, you come with that receiving of a new child, of a new birth, and sometimes that comes through moving in gifts form, okay. So this is the past current energy. We're dealing with Masa 9 Radha. Like I told you guys, is the it's the air sign, okay. It is the liberation and the forge and the connection for spirit. So what is our card for the general collective current reading for everyone? Oh my goodness, see? Oh, wow. We have the magic mirror again. once again, we have this the last card, and we're dealing with the major arcana guy. This is dealing with occult, and this is dealing with illusions, false perceptions. So this is telling me that we can make our own illusions, okay? We don't have to go with the general collective of what's being perceived, okay, through the smoke and mirrors and the screens. We can work our own magic and our own sorcery, okay? This is the general collective reading, and it's still telling us illusions, but we can reverse that, okay, and use it to our advantage here. So this is the magic mirror, guys. Be careful. I'll be interested to see like what the worldly news is going about today. So what is our card for the future general collective reading? Okay, so we are working with Azaka La Flambeau in the 10th vessel in the Petro, guys. So here is telling us that cruelty and oppression, all right, is in the future current reading. But as you can see, Azaka here, he doesn't look like he's being bothered, right? What he is doing is he is bringing his imagination to this Malkuth vessel, okay, into this earthly plane to change the trajectory after a form of oppression. So with going into his imagination, this has a lot to do with sex as well, because holding on to that energy, because here in this card you have a man and a woman who are into their activity, and that's what he's envisioning to get through this process here in the future. So the process that he is using, that we all can use, is our imagination and outthinking ways of oppression and cruelty using our mind, dealing with spirit. Okay, this is in Petro. So it's telling us that we are definitely going to be challenged here in the future. Definitely going to be challenged here in the future in this Malkuth setting. This is the 10th vessel, you guys. So we have this fire energy coming up, and the way out of that is going within, using our imagination and using our imagination for love and joy, as what he's doing here, using our imagination for love, okay, in this near future reading. Azaka La Flambeau, that's letting us know. Before we get into all the other cards, let's see what the soul's journey is telling us from our spiritual guides. What is the outlook that we can all move forth through in the guidance from our spiritual guides? Okay, so it'll be the card here on the top. Empathy again. We have this card come up before in past reading. It says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Having empathy is being able to see both sides of the situation. So don't get caught up in the negativity, okay? And don't get caught up in the smoke and mirrors that come about on television and media, all right? And politics. Don't get caught up in that. Look in within yourself to see what your heart is saying, especially because of this new moon is coming up in Leo, all right? Next week we have some work to do here, guys. So here it says that there was some movement going on, okay, where there's some movement in the form of either gifts or the form of moving. This can be good or bad, but like I said, this is transportation and mirror. Let me go and see what the book has one time, because that is working off on that 9th vessel, transport and mirror, like I said. So here for that massacre, it says a move such as change in residence or in the intercession of a courier, and expected gift arise for good or ill. So that is what's telling us here in the general current past energy, okay? An expected gift for good or for ill, you guys. You make that decision, whatever's in your heart, okay, in regards to that. But this current, okay, you guys, this current illusionary that's going on right now, we really need to pay attention. Check in with yourself. Do your own magic, okay? Make your own reality, all right? Don't get caught up in all of the negative or the illusions of positivity. Look within yourself for the answers for your guides, okay? Because in this future reading here, it is telling us in the Malkuth setting in this Petro vessel that we are going to be challenging orders, okay? We're going to be burning up some things, all right? We are going to challenge the established orders of things, and we're dealing with Azaka La Flambeau, who is the poor farmer, all right? So, like I said, we want to use our actions and love in this imaginations. We want to go within. We want to bring, okay, in this future setting, some positive enlightenment going within. Like I said, using that sexual energy, that force, okay? All right, you guys, this is like an interesting reading. This is going to take us all the way up until next week, okay? Be sure to leave a comment below. Check me out on Instagram, or even check out my website and see the full description for this reading, you guys. Let me know what you guys think, some comparisons. Maybe you've seen another reading that has similar aspects, all right? Let me know what you guys think. I'm on Twitter as well. I'm on most social media platforms, but on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube is where I'm more engaged. So hope you guys are staying well and happy and looking after one another, because I will definitely see you guys on the next time. Peace.